So I was a reporter with the Wall Street Journal for 30 years, 20 of them as a foreign correspondent. I was doing a lot of reporting on humanitarian and development issues. But I think the turning point that really switched me on or inspired me and kind of fired my passion to write about hunger and food security and nutrition issues was May 2003 Ethiopian famine. I was in the capital of Addis Ababa. 14 million people were on the doorstep of starvation, surviving thanks to food aid distributed by the World Food Program, by the response to the international community. And I was having a discussion with somebody from the World Food Program. He was kind of briefing me on the situation in Ethiopia and elsewhere in Africa, because this drought, the hunger was spreading through the Horn of Africa, down through Eastern Africa into Southern Africa. So a big map laid on the table. The next day we're going to be down into the hunger zones. And he said, Roger, looking into the eyes of someone dying of hunger becomes a disease of the soul. What you see is that nobody should be dying of hunger, particularly in the 21st century. We were at the dawn of the 21st century, the new millennium, 2003. The next day, we were out at a camp where dozens and dozens of children on the precipice of starvation, horrible shape, that were coming and being brought by their parents. And it was there that I did indeed look into the eyes of a child starving of hunger. And that really fired me in the sense that as a foreign correspondent, I was used to going from country to country and story to story, cover this story, move on to the next one. That experience stopped me cold. And I figured, this is the story I need to keep returning to as a journalist, a story I need to continue to keep telling. It's not just something I can write about here and then leave and go on to something else. This is the one I need to keep coming back to. And that indeed is what I've done. So covering hunger, malnutrition, food security issues, both the problems and then the solutions, and kind of the very inspiring things that people are doing on the ground to get on top of the situation and to conquer hunger. That then became the driving passion and focus of my work as a journalist. And eventually I left the Wall Street Journal to basically focus on long-form narrative journalism in books. And so that's what I've done. So I've just completed my third book,